Dean Professor Madan Pitula, Chairman of the Board Mr. Harish Manwani, members of the governing board who are present here today, members of the faculty and staff, proud parents in the audience, families, and the graduating class of 2023. I'm honored to be here at the graduation ceremony for all of you today. It's inspiring to see ISB, which began as an idea over 20 years ago, has become a uniquely positioned institution responsible for many of the world's best innovators, leaders, and more importantly, has become a significant driver for the businesses of tomorrow. Anecdotally speaking, I have to admit that although I myself graduated from IIM Ahmedabad and am a proud alumnus, at work today, I somehow find myself surrounded by young ISB graduates, and I'm not complaining. I often say that I'm a big believer in management. I'll share my thoughts on learning and what I believe is important for all of you. I often say that I'm a big believer in management and business education. My own experience at business school gave me a worldview of my own, a jump start in my career, a deep understanding of what makes businesses tick, and the ability to work under pressure, and more on a personal front, friendships that have lasted the lifetime, a strong and connected network, and maybe the biggest personal takeaway was that I got a study partner who eventually became my life partner. Many of you may relate to that. But I quickly realized after graduating that my education was far from over. Today might not be the day you want to hear this, but now begins the most important leg of your journey in learning. But this time around, it will be very different. There will be no curriculum, but there will be coursework all around you if you're looking. There will be no tests, but you'll be tested every day. There will be no professors, but everyone around you will be a guru of something valuable if you are paying attention. The world around you is offering you a lifelong MBA, of course, luckily this time, and especially for the parents, without the fees. Lifelong learning has never been more relevant than today. Digital transformation is today the key driver of nearly every industry, from commerce to finance to healthcare. You name it. The businesses and individuals must adapt to this ever evolving new world, reimagining how business operates from ground up, leveraging technology to create value for customers, and driving constant innovation is critical. And now you have the opportunity to affect this change. Approach the power of technology with growth mindset. Embrace experimentation and iterations, and don't be afraid to fail. I spent over 20 years at Kotak, where I wore multiple hats over the course of my career, and each experience during that period taught me a lot. I switched from banking to build Nykaa over 10 years ago, and learning complexities and nuances of subjects I'd never thought I'd ever be involved in, be it technology, beauty, fashion, retail, and entrepreneurship. Last month, I celebrated my 60th birthday, and every day I wake up thinking about the things I don't know yet. So train yourself to cut through the noise and think of every learning opportunity as an investment in yourself. Your formal education might now be over, but you must inculcate the habit of lifelong learning. Coming to the second point on the privilege that you all enjoy and the perspective that you must have. You all have the privilege of graduating from a business school like ISB. Do not let that privilege consume you. There will be no alternative to hard work, and your success will be an outcome of your grit, focus, and attention to detail. Do not shy away from the unknown. Instead, immerse yourself in every problem you can. Learn how to solve the newest problems, the toughest problems, the smallest problems. Also, understand why those problems exist in the first place. As an example, at Nykaa, we constantly put ourselves in our customers' shoes and try to understand their needs, their concerns, their delights. Essentially, a laser focused approach towards customer centricity. This focus on solving for a real consumer problem shapes the decision of my team and a team and I make every day. In fact, this is the secret sauce behind having more than a billion visits a year and more than 25 to 50 25 to 40 million visitors visiting our websites every month. I cannot stress enough on the importance of 30,000 feet thinking, but also simultaneously being able to hone in on microscopic, divergent thinking followed by convergent action. Nika's success comes from a bold vision, which was then translated into detail and small tasks and actions, hundreds and thousands of small tasks, which we keep getting better at every day. You are all entering a business environment unique in its time, uncertain, but also full of opportunity. It all depends on your perspective. I'll give you examples. Chat GPT can do your homework and probably mine as well. And the global economy is going through tough times. New industries are routinely making other industries redundant. Another way of looking at this would be I can also say that large language models are driving the widespread unlocking of the power of AI. The business world is collectively understanding the importance of building sustainably for the long term, and disruption is enabling companies to evolve their legacy ways of working. Or we can also say these in the context of Nykaa, where AI will power the next wave of personalization for a consumer. There will be agility, strength, and resilience in our business model despite the economic ups and downs. And innovation in e commerce will drive new commerce experiences for our customers. So, your perspective on the work and problems you face will decide if you sink or swim. Perspective and resilience, especially in the face of adversity, will put you ahead of the most. Talking a bit about humility, there is a quote that I like. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of the giants. It's from Isaac Newton. Your success will never be yours alone. Today's challenges are so deeply interlinked across teams that no problem can be solved in isolation. At Nykaa, we often talk about the work we do as a coordinated dance between teams, right from software engineers building the back end to all the way to the managers of the warehouse. And if the dance breaks at even one point, it's a collective failure of all of us to deliver the perfect customer experience. So learn to carry your teams, your peers with you. Ensure you succeed. Their success is your success, and their failure is your failure. Lean on people when you need to. You'll be surprised by the kind of support you get when you ask for it. Whether today or tomorrow, you will reach a point in your career where your ability to invest in and grow people will be critical. There is servitude in leadership, and your people actions have an exponential impact. Not only do you influence and affect the people around you, but then in turn, those people affect the people around them. And that is honestly how collective culture is shaped. Lead with empathy and authenticity, as it is much broader impact than you realize. Talking more about authenticity. Authenticity in thought and in action will take you a long way, and it begins from within you. Stay true to your values and translate those personal values into your work. As the future leaders of tomorrow, you have the immense responsibility to bring your integrity to influence business sustainability outcomes and hence outcomes for us as a larger society. It sounds simple, and it honestly is simple. Act ethically, do things in everyone's best interest and not at the expense of someone or something, and just simply be good. You must be the agents of change for good and care for our people and the planet. So challenge the status quo. Don't settle for the actions and decisions less than good. And take ownership for the positive change you want to see in the country and the world and build for the future. Finally, talking about choices. I want to talk about the family and life choices that all of you will make. Find what you love, find whom you love, and I have been personally blessed to have people around me, my parents, my friends, and later in life, my husband and my children, who have not just been supportive of my choices, but encouraged me to choose for myself. The idea of having such an agency, the power of choice, doing what is right by you, was the inspiration of the name Nykaa itself, which comes from the Sanskrit word Naika and is inspired by a message to all that we must pursue, each one must pursue their dreams and shine the spotlight of their lives on them. People often ask me, can women have it all? The answer is no. Women and men both can't have it all. I'm a mother, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a wife, I'm a traveler, I'm a daughter, and I'm a banker. But not everything, everywhere, all at once. You have to juggle. Your priorities will change with time, and that's okay. Make sure your work, your passion remains among your top priorities, even if it can't be number one. There is a power of compounding to your life choices, so choose wisely. But make sure you choose for yourself. Choose for yourself and dream for yourself. Seek for what makes you happy and prioritize your life in a way that will allow you to achieve your goals. Once you do that, I promise you will be motivated for decades to come. You don't need to have all the answers right now. So take some risks. Keep searching, keep looking, and you shall be rewarded eventually. I myself took what may have been the biggest professional risk of my life. At the age of 50, I found my calling at Nykaa. Today, I feel so proud to call Nykaa my home, and building it from scratch has been one of the most fulfilling journey of my life. I hope my journey, a dream come true for me, can inspire each of you to be the Nykaa of your lives. With this, congratulations to the class of 2023. You and I are fortunate to be part of coming of age of story of business and innovation in India, and I'm excited to witness your contribution in the coming years. Thank you and best of luck.